the interwoven paths of love and ambition. For nearly 3 decades, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have maintained one of Hollywood's most enduring partnerships. A remarkable feat, considering their relationship has played out both behind closed doors and in front of national television audiences. While celebrity marriages often dissolve under public scrutiny, theirs has weathered unique professional storms that would test even the strongest unions. The couple's journey reveals what happens when romantic partnership collides with career partnership, creating a complex dynamic that has both strengthened and strained their bond over the years. From their initial meeting on the set of All My Children in the 1990s to their current roles as co-hosts of the popular daytime talk show Live with Kelly and Mark, their relationship has consistently blurred the lines between personal and professional. This article explores the toughest crossroads they've navigated together, examining how their marriage has adapted to career pressures, public criticism, and the delicate balancing act required when spouses become colleagues. Through their experiences, we uncover universal truths about modern relationships, professional fulfillment, and the resilience needed to sustain both love and ambition over a lifetime. Marriage versus career, the initial crossroads. The foundation of Ripa and Consuelos' relationship was established on professional ground, having met in 1995 on the set of the soap opera All My Children, where both were cast members. This initial intersection of personal attraction and professional collaboration set a precedent that would follow them throughout their careers. Unlike many celebrity couples who maintain strict boundaries between work and home life, Ripa and Consuelos have consistently integrated their professional and personal worlds, a choice that has presented both advantages and challenges. As Ripa reflected on their decades-long marriage, she acknowledged the inevitable fluctuations. "You're going to go through things. There are ups and downs. The thing is, don't panic." She humorously noted that when asked how long they've been married, they typically respond with something in between 3 and 8 years, because that seems like a reasonable number to be married, indicating how time has flown by amidst their shared experiences. This nonchalant attitude toward their marital longevity belies the careful navigation required when spouses share both a bed and a broadcast studio. Their initial career crossroads emerged early when Ripa's trajectory began accelerating with her role on All My Children and subsequent television opportunities. Consuelos, also pursuing acting, faced the challenge of establishing his own identity separate from his wife's growing fame. This dynamic would resurface years later when they became co-hosts, but the foundation was laid in these early years of marriage, learning to celebrate each other's successes without allowing professional disparities to create domestic tension. Ripa and Consuelos' career journeys demonstrate remarkable professional evolution alongside personal growth. After meeting on the set of All My Children, their paths diverged professionally before converging again decades later in the talk show arena. Ripa's transition from soap opera star to talk show host began in 2001 when she joined Live with Regis and Kelly, eventually becoming the show's centerpiece through multiple co-host changes. Meanwhile, Consuelos continued his acting career with roles on popular series, including Riverdale, establishing his own artistic identity separate from his wife's daytime television empire. The couple's professional lives intersected periodically over the years, with Consuelos making frequent guest appearances on Ripa's talk show. These collaborations revealed an on-screen chemistry that audiences found compelling, a natural rapport born of genuine familiarity. This chemistry didn't go unnoticed by network executives, who eventually proposed what seemed an inevitable yet risky move, making Consuelos Ripa's permanent co-host after Ryan Seacrest's departure. As Ripa explained, they were putting the data in front of us, like, do you realize how much you've worked together in your careers? And it actually really started to make sense to us. Consuelos brought a unique perspective to this career transition, noting that working together on Live would be easier than their earlier professional collaborations under much more difficult circumstances. This comment hints at the challenges they've already overcome, perhaps referring to their early days as young actors, navigating Hollywood's pressures while building a family. Their career evolution illustrates how professional partnerships between spouses can evolve over time, adapting to changing circumstances and leveraging shared history as an asset, rather than viewing it as a constraint. Becoming co-hosts. The decision for Mark Consuelos to become Kelly Ripa's permanent co-host on Live represented perhaps the most significant professional crossroads in their relationship. This transition wasn't initiated by the couple themselves, but rather proposed by network executives who recognized their chemistry during Consuelos' guest hosting appearances. Ripa admitted, "We'd be the last people on earth to suggest ourselves to work together for anything," highlighting their initial reluctance to formally blend their professional and personal lives. Consuelos approached this new role with both excitement and appropriate trepidation, comparing it to coming on to a championship team and emphasizing his desire not to screw up the show's winning streak. His respect for the program and its legacy demonstrated an understanding of the professional stakes involved. This wasn't merely joining his wife at work, but stepping into a well-established machine with its own rhythms, audience expectations, and production requirements. The initial transition proved challenging, with the couple receiving significant backlash following Consuelos' debut as permanent co-host in April 2023. Critics questioned whether their marital dynamic would translate effectively to daytime television, with some experts predicting difficulties. Relationship coach Bella Gandhi noted potential pitfalls. You can't be looking to compete with each other. Competition is the death of a relationship. You're a team. This criticism echoed concerns about the potential for power struggles when spouses work together in hierarchical professional settings. Despite the rocky start, the couple quickly found their footing. Ripa praised the new arrangement, saying Consuelos' hiring had definitely breathed new life into me and reduced her work-related anxiety because there is no anxiety about it when working with someone she understands so completely. This statement reveals how their personal intimacy became a professional asset, creating a foundation of trust that allowed for more authentic on-air interactions than might be possible with a conventional colleague. Personal versus professional boundaries. Working alongside a spouse presents unique challenges in maintaining healthy boundaries between personal and professional domains. For Ripa and Consuelos, this balance has required conscious efforts and continuous adjustment. As psychologist Smriti Joshi explains, couples who work together have to deal with switching back and forth between these personal and professional roles and understand what that means for their relationship. This role switching can be particularly challenging when the workplace is also a public platform where private dynamics become entertainment content. Consuelos demonstrated awareness of this boundary challenge early in their co-hosting partnership, stating that to fulfill his new role effectively, he needed to separate himself from the husband role. This conscious compartmentalization suggests an understanding that successful professional collaboration requires temporarily setting aside domestic dynamics in favor of workplace-appropriate interactions, a difficult task when your co-host is also your life partner. The couple's approach to this boundary challenge appears more integrated than strictly segmented. Rather than attempting complete separation between work and home, they've developed strategies for managing the overlap. Their public discussions of private matters, from bedtime habits to marital challenges, suggest a comfort with allowing personal life to inform professional content, though always on their own terms. This integration reflects a modern approach to work-life balance that acknowledges the artificiality of strict compartmentalization for couples whose lives are inherently intertwined across domains. Interestingly, their public transparency about small marital frustrations, such as Ripa's complaints about Consuelos' loud phone scrolling in bed, may serve a boundary-setting function by defining what aspects of their relationship they're willing to share. By volunteering these minor grievances, they establish parameters around what remains private, using humor and relatability to connect with audiences while maintaining more substantive boundaries. Ripa and Consuelos' decision to work together invited intensified public scrutiny of both their professional performance and their marital dynamics. This scrutiny represents a significant professional and personal crossroad, the choice to expose their relationship to daily public evaluation in exchange for the opportunity to build something together. Early criticism of their co-hosting dynamic was met with resilience, with sources close to the couple noting they found negative comments irritating but brushed them off. Ripa's prior experience with co-host transitions likely provided perspective during this challenging period. As one source noted, "Kelly's been through this before, with every new co-host. If it wasn't Mark, say it was Ripa's pal Andy Cohen, it would be the same exact story." This recognition that criticism often accompanies change, regardless of the individuals involved, helped contextualize the negative feedback as a transitional phenomenon, rather than a judgment on their specific partnership. The couple's response to public scrutiny demonstrates professional maturity developed through decades in the spotlight. Rather than becoming defensive or altering their approach fundamentally, they maintained confidence in their working dynamic. An insider explained, "Kelly has been discussing her marriage and home life on air for 23 years, and Mark is also fully immersed in this art form, and it is really kind of an art form. Kelly and Mark are certainly not going to change the recipe for success." This steadfastness suggests an understanding that authentic partnership, whether personal or professional, cannot be authentically maintained while constantly reacting to external opinions. Their resilience in the face of public scrutiny reflects a deeper commitment to their shared vision that transcends temporary criticism. This quality has likely developed through previous challenges in their careers and marriage, creating a foundation strong enough to withstand the unique pressures of working together in the public eye.